Hey folks, Steve here at the Apocalypse Off-Road. Just gonna make a quick video here on the chop Suey Suburban to crew cab. I had a subscriber ask me to go into a little more detail on just the welds and mounting and everything and how that all worked. So she's been parked down here in my backyard all winter because the power steering pump went out, and I haven't fired it up since probably, I don't know, November, I guess. See the rust starting to come through my cheap black paint there already. Wonderful. But yeah, I'm going to toss a battery in here, see if she fires up. Fired right up. Not bad. Okay guys, so we'll start basically here with the cutting. This here A-pillar is Suburban, and right here is where I Zeused it off, and that's where she became the crew cab roof. Same thing up here. I have yet to clean up these welds. I did this in a windstorm with flux core wire, and yeah, you still see the remaining bullet holes from when it was out in the woods getting shot up. But she's welded in here. Same thing over there on the other side. Again, here you see the cut. Didn't line up too well, but I plan on putting like an 1/8" plate in here and welding that up. Just haven't got around to it. So rocker here is all still Suburban. All the blue is Suburban. This is where I thought about cutting it originally. Then I opted to do her up here on the top because the B pillars on the Bourbon were way less rusty. Moving back, you see again the weld all the way down the floor here, all the way across. This just worked out to be the best place to mate up the crew cab floor with the Suburban floor evenly, and then still keep the Suburban rocker all the way up to this point is where I Zeused it off, and then down. So down here you have the crew cab, and then so in the back here, this is where the crew cab should be mating up to the Suburban frame, but I've just I guess gotten lazy and haven't gotten around to bolting this down. I shoved a 2x4 in there, and that's as far as that went. But so yeah, underneath she's just sort of flexing around back there, but she is still bolted here. This is all Suburban floor up until this point, so she's bolted solid with the front and rear mounts. It's just the back of the cab that's sort of floating around here. Yeah, so there's the weld all the way across to that side. That's there's still some rust, but I used the best of both worlds. We got the ventilated muffler. You pay extra for that. Yeah, you see we got a new used transfer case in here since the whipsaw where I blew it out. She's leaking. Yeah, there's really nothing else to to look at in that respect under here. She's just all stock Suburban from this weld forward. But, yeah, I will take you around and show you the bumper I built for the back here with the, I think 61 or 2 Ford Galaxy or Falcon or custom tail lights, whatever they are. I cut this plate out on my CNC fab table with my Apocalypse Off-Road logo in there. Added a 7-pin wiring thing in there. Finished off the bed of the flat deck. Here's our fuel filler now. And then, yeah, started mocking up a bit of a headache rack here. See, she's all flexed out because I got her parked on that rock. Yeah, eventually I'm going to throw a couple more stake pockets on here so I can throw some sides on. Again, over here, looking at, it's a little dirty. Looking at my crop welds that I've yet to clean up. And yeah, so this is all Suburban up here. We got an exit wound there. There's even bullet holes in the dash and the steering wheel. Wow, these welds are terrible. I really meant to clean this up the day after I did it and just never got around to it. She still got the numbers on here from the burnout competition. If you haven't seen that video, check that one out. I'll put a link in there. And of course, here's my search and rescue bumper that I put on it, just because I thought it was cool. So I guess, yeah, other than the mud flaps, those I added on here, especially for the burnout competition, because I didn't want chunks of rubber and wheel hitting my lights. Though I never did end up blowing the tires because, well, it wouldn't stay in first gear. It kept shifting into second in that event, and I think I blew up my posi, and I ended up doing one wheel peel. So yeah, that's that, guys. I will probably get this thing back on the road this summer, do some more wheeling with it. The whipsaw was sure fun with the whole family. Till next time, guys, keep her shiny side up.